Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is death magic and the gray aura. So there is such a thing or skill esoterically as death magic. The only thing you got to be careful of with death magic is overusing it. Just like too much of anything can be bad, and too little can also be bad. So you got to pick and choose your spots, because that form of magic, what ends up happening is that you'll start siphoning off, not on purpose or unconsciously, you'll start siphoning off too much of your own energy. But do I know death magic? Yes. Death magic is really where you can use the consciousness and your magical abilities really to take somebody out. I'm just going to be straight to the point with it. Now, if you work with certain deities, they can teach you that death alchemy. Who are some of them? I'm so glad you asked. Here we go in a nutshell. You can work with Persephone, you can work with Thanatos, and you also can work with other Greek deities. But that's just two right off the top that come to my mind. As well as Hades. Gotta throw him in there. So that's three. Persephone, and you got Hades, and Thanatos, who is the deity of transition in the Greek pantheon. You also can work with Nephthys, you can work with Osiris or Osar, as well as Anubis or Anpu from the Kemetic one. You can work with Eshu or Iku, as he's called amongst the Yoruba pantheon. You can work with Allah. Allah is A-L-A, not the Islam, Allah. He is from the Igbo land one. Then you can work with, in the Sumerian one, Arish Kagal and Nergal. And in the Hindu pantheon, you can work with Yama and Kali. So if you work with Kali, she can teach you that death alchemy. Now, that's some of the deities that you can work with. Now, what is a gray aura? There's a lot of misinformation out there that's saying that the gray aura is really an aura of balance. No, it's not. Let me tell you what it really is. And you're gonna get a story with this. So, the gray aura, if you see anybody with a gray aura, this could be a loved one, a friend, it could be a coworker that you're not that close to, but you see the gray aura or field around their body, essentially what that means is that they are a ticking time bomb. They are very sick. Now, this could be psychologically sick, or this could be, they could have an illness or a sickness that never really showed any signs, but it's pretty much going to take them out. And I remember in my travels, this was over a decade ago, I was in Wisconsin, and this young man, he was 15, in a gang, you know, the so-called YN culture. And I saw a gray field around him. The spirit said to me, he ain't gonna be here long. The next week, he saw one of his rivals from another gang, and they converged, the wolves formed on him. He got taken out, 15. And the artifact that they took his life over with, besides the fact he was with a rival gang, it wasn't even real. Now consider the irony in that. So when you see a gray field like that, that's a death energy. Period. That's what the gray aura is. You see anybody with that, that's death energy. So now you know. So you can like, share, or if you think someone want to subscribe to this channel, do so. But those are some of the deities. If you're working with them, they can teach you that form of alchemy. I know firsthand. You got to be careful with it. And if you see that, or if you know, you know. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.